Alright, so we're going to be battling a Japanese trainer. They have a Salamence, a Fluttermane, a Wellspring Mass Ogerpon, a Zapdos, Incineroar, and a Chien-Pao. One of my subscribers wanted me to run a Tyranitar Excadrill team, and I'm not going to lie to you, I have PTSD from Sword and Shield when the game first came out and the meta was still being fleshed out. Sandstorm Tyranitar and Sand Rush Excadrill were menaces. The last thing you wanted to do was see that on the team preview, and you knew that you were going to be fighting a Dynamax Excadrill with Life Orb that's hitting you with Max Steel Spike, stab, Max Quake, stab, getting a defense boost, getting a special defense boost, and just running through your team alongside Tyranitar that also probably was carrying Weakness Policy. Okay? You weren't going to have a good time. You weren't going to have a fun time. You were just going to lose. And you knew that you were going to lose. Okay? There was nothing fun about it. I'm going to run Tyranitar first, Skarmory second, Excadrill in the back, and Cloth. Nobody really runs Cloth or Bramblegas. Bramblegas with Wind Rider is such an amazing ability. Also, I learned that Shiftry also gets Wind Rider, which I think is really nice. Shiftry definitely needed a buff. Shiftry was one of those Pokemon in Pokemon Sapphire that I really liked. It's just, it was a glass cannon. It was a glass cannon, and I felt like its stats also didn't really allow it to really shine, but Wind Rider really brings out its attack stat, and then it has some pretty good physical stat moves, right? So you have Sucker Punch, you have Leaf Blade, and I really think that they did right by that. I'm gonna go for a Terra Rock Slide here. I might get doubled into, but I'm gonna go for Tailwind. I'm gonna go for Tailwind here. I'm gonna Terra Rock, and I'm gonna go for Rock Slide, and set up Tailwind, and hopefully we'll be faster than the Chien-Pao. But I'm tearing to get rid of my Dark typing. That might open me up to a Sacred Sword one shot from the Chien-Pao. If he's going to pick up a KO onto the Tyranitar, he's gonna have to double for it. He goes for Icicle Crush into Skarmory, but Skarmory has pretty decent physical defense. He lands a crit Ivy Kujal, or that's not a crit. He just one-shots? What? Oh, that's busted. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's disgusting. That's disgusting to me. What is he running max attack on that? Like, that is disgusting. Like, I am disgusted. Ironhead, you might switch out here, and Drill Peck. I'm gonna Drill Peck and see how much damage that does. He's gonna have to Terra something. I don't think he's gonna Terra. Well, he might Terra the Ogerpon. Most of the time when people bring Ogerpon, there's no way that you're not tearing the Ogerpon, but in my experience as well, Ogerpon does surprisingly well, even when it's not terrestrialized. Like, I've gotten some pretty solid damage off on a non-terrestrialized Ogerpon. So maybe he terrestrializes the Chien-Pao, or maybe he switches out. I don't know. Maybe he Sucker Punches and doubles into the Excadrill. That's what I'm seeing, or I'm thinking. Okay, he does it. So he loses the Chien-Pao. That's good. We have Focus Sash, so we can live in Ivy Kujal if we have to. Decent damage. Into the Skarmory. Okay. I'll take it. I mean, I was really worried that he was going to go for the Excadrill, but I mean, alright. Now I just have to see what else he has in store. We still have the tailwind up, so undoubtedly we are the fastest thing in existence right now with our little drill. I could probably go for a rock slide. Kind of depends on what he's bringing. But I know the next drill peck will definitely take out Ogerpon, so I don't have to worry about getting hit with another Ivy Kugel. And maybe we can bring in Cloth, and maybe we can get some Anger Shell action going on. I think Anger Shell is such a good ability. It's just kind of difficult to execute because you need somebody to bring you down to half health. And if you want multiple activations, you have to somehow bring yourself back over half health and then get knocked back down under half health. So it's not too good. Intimidate Salamence. Alright. I could switch into Cloth. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch into Cloth, and I'm gonna go for a Drill Peck here into the Ogerpon. Besides, Excadrill is not even Rock type. I should give it a Rock Terra. I mean, it doesn't change anything. It wouldn't help if I'm fighting somebody that has like a Water type move or like a Fighting type move. It wouldn't help me. Or even a Grass type move. But it would give my Rock Slides a lot more oomph to it. If I was him, I would probably Terra Salamence, probably. I don't see you tearing the Ogerpon. I don't. Also, now that you switch that in, I can just switch in Cloth and probably resist something. And I can threaten a Anger Shell boosted Rock Slide, that stab. We do take out the Ogerpon. What are you gonna do here? Outrage. That is enough to take out Skarmory? Oh. Okay. My bad, Chief. I didn't know. Skarmory's pretty bulky, but I mean, I guess it can't work miracles. Alright, I kind of love Cloth. I love its little design. I do think it's a little morbid that people eat Cloth's appendages, and Cloth's appendages easily come off and then regrow and then just come off and regrow. So I think that's really weird. You would think it would have a ability like Regenerator at this point. Alright, so we have an unintimidated Excadrill in the sand alongside Cloth. I just need to see what his next Pokemon is, and I can kind of work from there. Are we doing this? There we go. Incineroar? Oh, we get intimidated. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. We Rock Slide, and I'm going to go for Drill Run here. We know Salamence is locked into Outrage. And we still have Tailwind up, so we might be able to pick up a KO on the Incineroar. Maybe he terrestrializes the Incineroar. Or maybe I'm dumb and he already terrestrialized. I have the attention span of a goldfish. I don't think he has. So the Incineroar might be able to live his turn. I'm kind of hoping for a crit with Drill Run here. Stab, Drill Run from a max attack. Attack nature, Excadrill is going to be doing a lot. Decent damage. Oh, and we hit the Rock Slide. Do we crit? We crit on the Salamence. Oh god, I hate that citrus berry so much. Outrage in the cloth activates the anger shell. Yes. No? No! He takes it out. That's unfortunate. He is damaged by the recoil. Cloth could have taken out both of them with a rock slide. I think I'm still in the money. I'm still in the money. I'm still in the money here. Drill run into Incineroar, and then we just Iron Head the Salamence. I think Dragon type is resisted. Well, Dragon type is resisted by Steel, so we should eat an Outrage pretty decently. I'm just really confused about my opponents. A lot of them have been running really sweaty teams, and a lot of them have been making some really questionable calls. Like, you are flare blitzing the cloth and not the Excadrill that has Sand Rush. I mean, it worked out, I suppose, because Cloth with Anger Shell was going to pick up a KO with Rock Slide on both of his Pokemon if Excadrill dies, but, like, weird. We pick up the KO onto the Incineroar. Solid, solid. He goes for Outrage. Oh god, they did a lot. Maybe you die to Sandstorm damage. No. Okay. I'm gonna go for Iron Head, and this should be GG's. Excadrill really clutched it up this time. I mean, I love Excadrill's design. Me personally, I love his design. I'm just traumatized by what it's been doing in Sword and Shield when the game first came out, alright? I went out of my way to make a Corviknight, and I built it to be specifically anti-Excadrill. Iron defense, body press, I think it was Drill Peck, and some other move, and bulk up. No, it was bulk up, body press, Drill Peck. I'm pretty sure it gets bulk up. If it didn't get bulk up, then it was Iron defense. I still have the set somewhere. It's in my PC box in Scarlet and Violet because I transferred over the Corviknight, but I nicknamed it F Your Drill because I was that mad about Excadrill at the time. We do get the Iron Head and we take out the Salamence, and that is GG's. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know. I've been fighting some really sweaty matches today and some really stacked Pokemon teams. Paradox Pokemon, the Ruinous Pokemon, Legendaries. I've been fighting them all. And I've been trying to do this with my little mole and my Tyranitar, aka Sand Godzilla. Alright, so we're going to be battling Vasco. They have a Indeedee, a Iron Crown, a Pelipper, a Kingdra, a Iron Hands, and a Therian Landorus. This is not ideal for what I want to fight. This is not ideal for what I want to fight. I'm going to bring Skarmory and Iron Thorns, and then Tyranitar, and I want to say Excadrill? No, I'm thinking Brambleghast. Brambleghast for Iron Crown, because we can hit it with a Phantom Force. Maybe. We can try. Okay, let's see. Iron Crown and Psychic Terrain is terrifying. So, like, that's something I don't want to fight. P Dizzle? Kingdra? What? I'm going to go for a switch into Tyranitar, and I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance. You already know we're playing Weather Wars. The moment I saw that Pelipper, I couldn't let it set up the rain. Not so easily against me. Helping hand. Let's talk about this. I got a wife and 3 kids. Oh, he hit me with Muddy Water. That does activate my Weakness Policy. And we hit a Dragon Dance. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna get intense. This is gonna get real intense. I'm gonna go for a... I wanna go for a Crunch here in the Kingdra. And I wanna go for a Rock Slide. I want to go big or go home. I'm going to go big. I am hoping that we are faster and we hit this Rock Slide on both and we pick up the KO. The double KO. If not double KO, then a KO and a flinch. Oh my Jesus, that feels so good. Oh my God, that felt way too good. Oh man. Iron Thorns does not get any love as far as a Paradox Pokemon from Pokemon Violet, and I am so happy. I am so happy to actually be able to give it the opportunity to just show out. We do get intimidated, but that's okay. We're still at +1. I'm going to go for Stomping Tantrum, and I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. He does Fake Out. That sucks. Fake Out Earth Power, Fake Out Rock Slide. We live. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we live in this. Ain't no way. Crunch Landorus? Rock Slide? Yeah, I forgot he's faster. Yeah, we tried. We tried. Okay. What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? He goes for Drain Punch. Okay, gotta watch out for that. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go for Tailwind, and I'm gonna go for... I want to go for Seed Bomb. He goes for Rock Slide. He hits the Bramblegash. We do KO the Iron Hands with the Seed Bomb, so that's good. I will be taking Life Orb damage, and I probably will be taking Sandstorm, but this is alright. I can go for a String Sap, and then I can go for a Phantom Force. I'm gonna Leer, go for a String Sap, get myself back to full. go for another Leer and go for Phantom Force. He knows it's coming. He just can't stop it. That's the thing. The spooky Tumbleweed is going to pick up the KO. He disconnects. I know we didn't end the second match with Excadrill, but Brambleghast and Iron Thorns really showed out here, and I'm happy that both of them got some appreciation as well. Excadrill is a good Pokemon. Tyranitar Excadrill as a duo, as a core for a team, is just a nightmare. And I'm just gonna give you full transparency here. I've been fighting a lot of heavily competitive teams or heavily sweaty meta teams today. So these are only just a couple of highlights from really good battles, but when they work really effectively, and there's not really much that can be done against it. But when the team can see it coming from a mile away and they shut it down, there ain't much you can do, Chief. But in Sword and Shield, when Dynamax was a thing, Dynamax Excadrill was a monster, and it really defined the meta, I think, for Sword and Shield when the game first came out. And then when more Pokemon started getting reintroduced, then I think Excadrill fell to the wayside, and we started having more Gigantamax Pokemon and interesting and amazing effects for these Gigantamax moves. Dynamax Excadrill started becoming less and less of a pivot, or less and less of a team core with Tyranitar. But those are my thoughts on it.